Real Madrid already had Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo tearing it up on the wings, especially on the left. Yet, they still went ahead and signed Kylian Mbappé. It's a dream move for Madrid, but is it really a dream move for Mbappé? Did he just walk into a crowded attack? Or is this the perfect stage for him to follow in the legendary footsteps of Cristiano Ronaldo? Well, in this video, we will be talking about what Mbappé needs to do to truly replicate a Ronaldo-esque career at Real Madrid. Can he shine with all that competition? Or has he taken a massive gamble? Let's talk about it. But how did he get to Real Madrid? Well, it started in Monaco. Remember when Kylian Mbappé was just a kid bursting onto the scene? 17 years old, playing like he had ice in his veins. The way he exploded during that 2016-17 season was unreal. This wasn't some slow build-up. This guy skyrocketed to the top. Monaco back then wasn't supposed to challenge for anything serious, but here comes Mbappé, leading them to a League One title, snapping PSG's stranglehold on French football. And, let's not forget, they made a wild run to the Champions League semi-finals. Do you still remember his goals against Manchester City and Dortmund, where he made defenders look like they were chasing shadows? It was like, who is this kid? The comparisons to Thierry Henry started almost immediately, and for good reason. He was fast, technically gifted, and always in the right place at the right time. But here's the thing, he was already being compared to legends like Ronaldo too. At 17! It wasn't just potential. It was clear this guy was about to be one of the biggest names in football, and honestly, you could tell he was destined for something massive. This was the moment the world realized Mbappé was special. Like a once-in-a-generation special. So, after that insane season at Monaco, Mbappé made one of the biggest transfers in football history straight to PSG for 180 million euros. And mind you, this guy was still a teenager. Imagine that kind of pressure, right? But did Mbappé crumble? Absolutely not. He stepped into PSG like he owned the place. PSG had just signed Neymar for a world record fee. So Mbappé joining meant instant fireworks. And from the get-go, the trio of Neymar, Mbappé and Cavani was terrifying defenses. Mbappé scored 21 goals and provided 16 assists in his first season at PSG, scoring and assisting 7 times in 8 games in the Champions League. And that was just the start. He made League One his playground, picking up 4 consecutive League One titles. But his stats weren't just good, they were ridiculous. In 2018-19, he scored 33 league goals in just 29 games. Who does that at 20 years old? He ended the season scoring 39 goals and 17 assists in 43 games, which included his 4 goals and 5 assists in just 8 Champions League. And just when people thought his rise couldn't get any crazier, he goes on to help France win the 2018 World Cup, scoring 4 goals in the tournament. That game against Argentina, where he blitzed their defense and scored twice, iconic. At 19, he was already drawing comparisons to legends like Pelé. But the main issue was the Champions League. PSG, with all its star power, kept falling short. Mbappé had some insane performances. Remember the 2021 game against Barcelona, where he scored a hat-trick at the Camp Nou. But the elusive Champions League trophy kept slipping away. Despite his 170 goals in 217 games for PSG, European success was always just out of reach. By the time Mbappé left, he wasn't just PSG's star, he was their leader. But you could tell he wanted more. The domestic titles were stacking up, but the real prize, the one Ronaldo won 5 times, that was still missing. And that's why Real Madrid was calling, to fulfill his dream of lifting the Champions League, just like Ronaldo did. His move to Real Madrid wasn't just some quick transfer for Mbappé. This was years in the making. Every summer, rumors flew, deals almost happened, and then he'd stay at PSG. Remember the 2021 saga when Madrid offered crazy money and PSG still refused? It felt like a never-ending soap opera, but this move always seemed destined. Mbappé grew up idolizing Ronaldo and dreaming of Madrid. Remember that famous photo of his room covered in Real Madrid posters? And for Madrid, it's perfect. They've always signed the biggest stars, from Zidane to Ronaldo, and now Mbappé fits that Galactico mold. Both sides get exactly what they've been chasing for years. Mbappé gets to follow in Ronaldo's footsteps, and Madrid finally has their new superstar. And he did not shy away from showing that he is their new superstar in his first few games. 1 goal in his first 7 games. But how does he really fit into Real Madrid to have such numbers? I mean, Real Madrid is stacked. We're talking Mbappé, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Bellingham. A lineup that should strike fear into any defense. When they kicked off the season, fans were already dreaming of another trophy-laden year. But then came that unexpected 1-1 draw against Mallorca. Madrid struggled to create clear chances, only managing 0.6 expected goals, while Mallorca generated 1.0 expected goals. For a team with that much attacking talent, that's not great, right? Well, people started questioning whether adding Mbappé to a team with Vinicius Jr., who thrives on the left wing like Mbappé, was the right move. The stats back it up too. Both Mbappé and Vinicius expected goals, assists, and even touches per game are practically identical. It's like having 2 players who want to do the same thing in the same spot. That's bound to cause problems, right? Well, not exactly. While there were concerns about overcrowding the left side, Ancelotti's approach to coaching gives players the freedom to roam and find their own balance. Ancelotti doesn't box his forwards into specific roles. He lets them figure out the game in real time. That means Vinicius and Mbappé might both drift to the left, but they'll also learn to rotate, share responsibilities, and create chaos for defenders. Sure, there are growing pains, and it might take a bit for them to fully click. But if Real Madrid can consistently get the ball into those dangerous areas with these two, they'll rack up goals in no time. In the end, Mbappe's presence could make Madrid's attack more unpredictable and devastating than ever. But the big question is, can he replicate Ronaldo's performance in Madrid? I mean, Mbappé is bringing that same chaos to Madrid's attack that Cristiano Ronaldo did back in the day. Remember how defenders used to panic when Ronaldo got the ball in space? Yeah, we're about to see that all over again with Mbappé. First off, his pace and dribbling. It's giving serious prime Ronaldo vibes. Ronaldo was lethal on the counter, and Mbappe's cut from the same cloth. He's just as explosive, if not more. Picture those lightning-fast breaks we used to see from CR7, except now you've got Mbappé flying down one side and Vinicius Jr. on the other. It's like defenders are stuck in a nightmare, where everyone is faster than them, and then there's the movement off the ball. Ronaldo had this incredible knack for being in the right place at the right time, always pulling defenders around and finding space. Mbappé, same deal. He knows exactly when to make those runs that drag defenders out of position, creating space for his teammates to exploit, just like Ronaldo used to. It's not just about him scoring, but making everyone around him more dangerous. The real magic, though, is his versatility. Like Ronaldo, Mbappé can play anywhere along the front line, left, right, center, you name it. Ronaldo would drift wide and then cut inside with that devastating power. Mbappé's doing the same, but with even more unpredictability. 1 minute he's hugging the wing, the next he's right down the middle, ready to pounce. So everyone expects him to be the new Ronaldo at Real Madrid. But can he? And what does he have to do to be as good as Ronaldo? I mean, we're talking about a guy who owned the Bernabeu for almost a decade. Ronaldo was a goal-scoring machine, broke countless records, and led Madrid to so much silverware. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, comparing anyone to him, that's no small thing. But you see, Ronaldo, especially at Madrid, was all about goals. Pure, relentless goal scoring. He was like a one-man wrecking ball who could find the net from any angle. Mbappé, though, he's got more of a versatile style. Sure, he scores goals, plenty of them, but he also plays more as a creator. He can drift out wide, play through the middle, set up his teammates, and make those insane runs that just mess with defenders' heads. He's a bit more of an all-rounder, whereas Ronaldo was more of a give me the ball and I'll finish this type of guy. So, what does Mbappé need to do to match Ronaldo? Well, the first thing is consistency and longevity. Ronaldo didn't just have 1 or 2 great seasons. He did it year after year after year. Mbappé has the potential, but he needs to keep performing at this top level for, the next decade, if we're even going to start that conversation seriously Then, there's the leadership role. Ronaldo wasn't just a goal scorer, he was a leader. On and off the pitch, his presence was massive. Mbappé has to step into that kind of role. Not just being the best player, but also the one that the team looks to when things get tough. And finally, breaking records. Ronaldo left behind a legacy of insane numbers. Goal-scoring records, assists, and of course, trophies. If Mbappé wants to be in that same conversation, he's going to have to start breaking some of those records himself. More goals, more assists, more silverware. It's a tall order, but Mbappé's got the talent to do it. Despite him trying to fill Ronaldo's shoes, you can see from his talent that Real Madrid hit a bargain from his signing. I mean, he's got everything. Pace, goals, assists. And when he starts linking up well with players like Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vinicius, then we could be looking at another era of pure Madrid dominance. Even on the commercial impact, Mbappé's star power is off the charts. He is easily elevating Real Madrid's global brand to the next level, just like Ronaldo did when he joined. I mean, for a player who is barely injured, this is a big bargain. But the big question is, does this move favor Mbappé? Well, the answer is yes. First off, he's going to be surrounded by some of the best players in the world. I mean, think about it. Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo. These are players who aren't just great. They're future Ballon d'Or contenders. Mbappé won't have to carry the team on his own anymore, which means he can focus on what he does best. Tearing defenses apart with his pace, dribbling, and finishing. At PSG, as good as that squad was, it always felt like all the pressure was on him, especially in those key moments. But at Madrid, he's going to have more creative support. And if you're a player of Mbappé's caliber, having teammates on the same wavelength can take your game to the next level. The passes he's going to get from players like Bellingham or the spaces Vinicius will create, it's a perfect setup for him to shine even more. And then there's the big one, the Champions League. That's the trophy Mbappé really wants. He's won the World Cup, League One titles, and domestic cups. But the Champions League has always eluded him. And we all know Madrid's relationship with the competition. It's basically in their DNA. If there's one club where you can almost guarantee a chance to lift that trophy, it's Real Madrid. They know how to win it, and they've got the squad to do it. For Mbappé, this move isn't just about the money or the glamour of Madrid. It's about winning the one trophy that's missing from his cabinet, and Real Madrid gives him the best possible platform to do that. If he clicks with this team and stays fit, it's hard not to see him getting his hands on that trophy sooner rather than later. So Mbappé gets to play with the best, relieve some of the pressure he's been feeling at PSG, and put himself in the best position to win the Champions League. It's a win-win for him, and it's honestly the move that could define his legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. So, what's your verdict? Is it a dream move or a risky gamble? And do you think he can be as good as Ronaldo? Well, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. You can check out our other videos on our channel.